know my worth as a proud African. And Rastafari lead me. For know myself and in a fool.
Looking for a high quality car to buy? Visit Auto Channel today. Nobody sells high quality cars cheaper. The time by Auto Channel is...
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 a.m. on day number 12 in the month of May 2021. It's now time for Real Estate Today. It's brought to you courtesy of Howard Johnson Realty Limited of unit number 15 in the Ligony Post Mall in capital city Kingston. The topic we're discussing today is practical steps to help your children succeed in homeschooling. Now, from the bedroom to the living room or even the garage, the COVID-19 pandemic has redefined the reality of what today's classrooms look like. Parents have had to make changes at home to ensure that the children have the best environment for online school. Now, with the realization that we may have to adopt a hybrid approach to homeschooling and traditional school, there are still some things to consider. And so, in this segment of Real Estate Today, we'll be joined by Howard Johnson Jr., the CEO of Howard Johnson Realty Limited. And I think we have Howard. Morning, Howard.
Morning to you, Richie B.
How are you?
I am top of the morning. I'm enjoying it.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And I'm enjoying presenting it. I hope you stay with us until 10 o'clock too, sir.
I hope to do so.
if 2 or 3 meetings don't interrupt.
You know me too well.
I know exactly how your days run, son. We're also joined this morning by a first-timer, actually, Verol Billett, an associate clinical psychologist at Caribbean Tots to Teens. Good morning, Verol.
Good morning, Richie B. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Verol.
Thank you for joining us, Verol. Great having you. And I think this is a subject that I think you're quite happy to discuss. Practical steps to help our children succeed in homeschooling. Verol, I want to start with you. In your experience, what is the number one issue that children are facing with remote learning from home?
I think I can all bring it back down to lack of motivation. They're just at a point where they're just over it, and that will lead to other things such as wanting to escape in games, not wanting to join into school, feeling quite sad or even depressed, a lot of anxiety. They're just over it.
I also want to ask you, Verol, I know that there are a number of what we might call practical steps that parents can take to at home, really, to create a thriving environment for their children. But name just 3 of them, if you will, this morning for us.
Okay, so one I think is very important is the creation of a safe space. Have the home be a safe space free of judgment where a person, both parents and children, can express themselves and they can be heard. Another thing that I think parents could do is to diversify the activities because, again, online schooling gets very boring, and while it's necessary, having other planned activities to help mix things up, to keep things at home interesting is also a good thing. And also to separate the workspace from the sleep or relaxation space is also a very good thing because it does help to keep things organized. So it doesn't mean that you have to have a big space. You could even have one corner being a workspace and another corner in the house being a rest space. Oh. It does help to make a difference.
Yeah, those are very, very important pointers you just gave us. Howard, back to you now. What are the key amenities that homeowners and home buyers really, especially those with children, are looking for when they're purchasing a new home? What are you finding happening out there in the marketplace? Howard? Not hearing Howard.
Yes, no, sorry, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, man. So I was asking you if you could sort of go through with us some of the key amenities that home buyers with children are looking for when purchasing a new home.
Yes, a lot of persons are requesting these days an additional bedroom. So if they needed 3, they want 4, or an outhouse that they can convert into a study. So that isolated area for study purposes or creating that school environment, a lot of persons are asking for a dedicated space for that. Persons are looking at the infrastructure of IT, such as cable and generator, etc. People are looking to see where they can isolate that because that is a high priority now when looking for a home in this day and age, looking to see whether or not it's fiber that is coming in or some other sort of connectivity to your service provider. And most persons are looking for fiber because it gives you better stability and good speed, which is required in this day and age. So those are some of the things that we see persons are asking. But that room, that extra room, that one room that I can convert, even the help us quarters that was used before, possibly for that purpose, is now being retrofitted for a study.
Okay. So the topic we're looking at, if you're just joining us in Real Estate Today this morning, it's practical steps to help your children succeed in homeschooling. And we have an associate clinical psychologist at Caribbean Tots and Teens, Verol Billett, who is one of our guests. Verol, I want to ask you now, let's bring the parents into the picture. What are some of the activities that parents can do with their children to achieve what we might call a holistic learning experience at home?
Okay, so I think one of the first things one needs to do as parents is to create and enforce some amount of structure, because you're at home, things can get away from you, so you have to be on your toes, and working alongside your child and getting their input, especially with the older kids, especially the adolescents, in creating this structure is very helpful. Playing board games and strategy games and memory games are not on devices, so time away from screen, and playing these games helps to build the family bond, helps with communication. It also helps with the building of critical thinking and cognitive flexibility and problem-solving skills, because these games have the what you would call it now. These games would help to enrich those skills, which our kids very well need, and it will very well translate into the academic setting. And another thing I think would be very useful I don't think would be that much taxing is looking at normal everyday home activities such as cooking and even cleaning and even gardening and other things. In them you have academic concepts that can be made practical. So things like reading off the ingredients, measurement, which is a bit of math. You're talking about spelling, numbers, ratio, geography, agriculture. All these things can come out in these activities. So kids will be able to apply the knowledge that they're learning into real life settings, and that will help to enforce learning and their, I guess, building their academic.
Yes, and build a wonderful bond between parent and child. Yes, Howard, are you finding that there are new home trends that have emerged since the shift to remote learning?
Not emerging, but re-emerging. The need for, if for a single family home, land space. Because persons want, when there's a break or after school, for their kids now, even with the restriction, to have that freedom of running, riding in the yard. If gated communities, persons are looking for amenities such as gyms, swimming pool, playground, because they want, again, they don't want to translate from the break that they're getting from the tablet or the computer to know a tablet to take their minds away from what they're coming from. So a distinct, clear air, activities to keep them moving. Those are things and spaces that they're looking for in these complexes and even in single-family homes. So that is what we're seeing a lot of persons, parents especially, asking for. And primarily when they're renting, they're looking for that space where they can go out and just have fun, and possibly with other kids. So if you're in a gated community, that camaraderie between your neighbors is very important, because parents are looking to have their kids now integrated with their neighbors' children, as opposed to just the school. And some of these persons, will be going to different schools.
Yes.
But now the home community now facilitates them swimming together, riding the bikes together, and doing all kinds of activities together. And that stimulates the mind. And persons are looking for those amenities in their complexes and yard space in their single-family demand.
All right. Thank you so very much, Howard, for that. Now, I have been tasked with the responsibility of sharing today's tip of the day, and I'll do that right now. Turn as many everyday life experiences as possible into learning opportunities. That is the tip of the day. Fully endorsed, I suspect, Howard and Verol.
One sentence covered it all.
Definitely.
Yes, sirs. Now, let's move on to the deal on the edge. And this is for you, Howard. Take it away.
Not one, not two, not three, but 4 bedrooms. Just what we were speaking of, with 3 bathrooms. It's a townhouse in a small gated community of only 6 units. The property is located in the Golden Triangle, which is close to the business district of New Kingston. It features a private garden on entry to the unit, and it also has private security and a water tank with pump. Those facilities are installed, and we are open for viewing now. We're asking you to contact Michelle Scott. Her number is 876-868-4530. That's 876-868-4530. The asking price is US $2,500 per month for the 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house in the townhouse in the Golden Triangle.
Golden Triangle, close to the business district of New Kingston. Michelle, good luck with that. It shouldn't stay on your hands very long. Before you go, Mr. Billett, how can you be contacted? Are you available for consultations, for instance?
Yes, I am. I can be found at Caribbean Tots, which is on 120 Old Hope Road. It's on the compound of St. Stephen Park. And you can visit our website at caribbeantots.com, or you can reach out to us at 876-564-0613, or that's 876-564-0613, or 876-978-8535.
And Howard, how can you be reached?
You could call us at 876-620-1457. Visit our office at unit number 15115 Hope Road. That's the Ligony Post Mall. Or simply just visit our website at www.hjrealtors.com.
All right. I just want to put a warning out there. If Howard is meeting with you at his office, make sure you're wearing something warm, because the air conditioning in that particular office there, it can get really cold. I'm speaking from experience. Have a great day, guys. Wonderful program as usual. We enjoyed it. Take care. And we'll catch up with you again next week, Howard. And we'll have another guest inside of Real Estate Today. And it's courtesy of Howard Johnson Realty Limited, where their boardroom can get very cold. They're at unit number 15 of the Ligony Post Mall in Kingston 6. This is The Edge 105 FM.
Know my worth as a proud African, and Rastafari lead me. For know myself and in a fool.
Looking for a high-quality car to buy? Visit Auto Channel today. Nobody sells high-quality cars cheaper. The time by Auto Channel is...
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 a.m. on day number 12 in the month of May 2021. It's now time for Real Estate Today.